Hey everybody, welcome to the over-the-shoulder course on SEO, how to do your own SEO for a service-based business. So everything I'm going to show you here is for any kind of service-based business that goes out to people's homes or businesses and performs a service. Carpet cleaning, roofing, HVAC. The SEO for these types of businesses are different than a retail store. So this stuff is not going to apply to restaurants. It's not going to apply to brick and mortar retail stores. It's not going to apply to online businesses. SEO is different for each type of industry, each type of business. What I do is I focus on people that work in like a contractor or service related business. So home remodeling, bathroom remodeling, concrete companies, stuff like that, where you're going out and you're performing a service. The SEO works different for a service-based business than other types of businesses. There is some overlap, but what we're doing is we're focusing on service-based or contractor businesses. So here we go. The first thing we're going to do is talk about the on-site factors. So there's factors that have to do with SEO that you need to perform actually on your website. Okay, there's off-site stuff and there's on-site stuff. In this video, we're going to be talking about on-site. Okay, we're going to do stuff to this sample site that I created. I'm doing this for my cousin, this business, Missoula Power Washing, and so we're going to be using this as an example. Okay, but before we get in there and start doing this stuff, I want to talk about keywords. So the first thing we're talking about is keywords. Let's get started. All right, so what I did is I logged into my Google account so that I could use the Google Keyword Planner tool. A keyword is basically a search term that somebody puts into Google to find a business. So let's do a little example here. Let's do a carpet cleaning example. Carpet cleaning, there's one right there. Concord, California. All right. So carpet cleaning Concord, CA. Is a keyword. Okay, it's a phrase, but they call it a keyword. So a keyword phrase, search term, keyword, it's all the same thing. It's basically just a word or group of words that people type into Google to find something. Okay, another one would be, let's see, roofing company. There's one, San Jose, CA. Okay. That's another search term. That's another keyword. This is the kind of stuff we're going to be looking for when we use the Google Keyword Planner. So let's jump in there. I'm going to show you guys how to use the Keyword Planner so you can decide which keywords are the most profitable, have the most searches in your city, and then you can put those keywords onto your website in strategic places to let Google know this is what you want to rank for. That's step one of SEO. So let's jump in and do that. Now, the Google Keyword Planner tool is in the AdWords. So once you're logged into your Google account, you need to make sure you have an AdWords account set up. If you don't, then you'll need to go to Google AdWords, or you need to go to adwords.com and set one up. Okay, I've already got mine set up. So once you get it set up, here's what it's going to look like. I'm going to jump into a campaign that I already have going. And so once you're inside your AdWords campaign, at the top you'll see different options here. We want to click on Tools. And under Tools is where you'll see the Keyword Planner. This is something you'll want to use at the very beginning before you do any kind of SEO stuff, because you want to understand which keywords you're going for. You want to set yourself up right. You want to build a foundation before you start building all kinds of other stuff on top of that. So in this top section where it says search for new keywords, that's where we're going to decide, which keywords to go for. The primary keywords. You can go for lots of different keywords, but we need a primary keyword for the home page, at least to start out with. You can always change it. You can always add new pages to your website that target new keywords, stuff like that. But I want you to get used to just kind of dealing with keywords, dealing with search terms, so that I want you to get in that mindset, so that you understand that we're going for stuff that actually gets clicks, calls, and makes money. Okay? So Let's do a sample here. What's the one we did? Roofing company, San Jose, CA. Let's put that into the little keyword box here and see what Google says about that. So get ideas. Click on the Get Ideas button. So we see that 50 people on average per month are typing in roofing company San Jose, CA. And then Google will give you other ideas down here. So let's see. And what we're looking for is San Jose related keywords that have to do with roofing. They get the most amount of searches per month. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So we get 50 searches per month. That's not bad, but let's see if we can find something that has more. So roof repair gets 70. That's a little bit better, but you probably don't make as much money on roof repair as you do as far as somebody searching for a roofing company. But look at here. Okay, here's something. Now this is really interesting. San Jose roofing. Okay, not roof repair or not roofing company, but San Jose roofing has 90. Roofing San Jose, when you flip it, gets 260. 260 searches on average per month. Okay, these numbers are not exact. Google does their best to show you what people are searching for, but keep in mind that these numbers are just a guide. Okay, they're not exact. But I am really surprised. Roofing companies in San Jose, when you put the word in there, only gets 30. Roofer San Jose, 40. A lot of these ones like aluminum roofing or roofing materials are getting thousands, but they're not specific to San Jose. So and so it doesn't matter. Okay, we're looking for stuff that's specific to San Jose in this example. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, it's obvious here what the winner is. Roofing San Jose is the winner. Look at that, 260. All the other related terms that I would be going for San Jose terms are all less than 100. So obviously I want the one that gets 260 searches. And I wouldn't have known that just by guessing. Okay, I wouldn't have known that just by guessing. I would need to have done my research using the Google Keyword Planner. By the way, this tool is free. You don't have to pay for this tool. Setting up an AdWords account is free. Setting up and then using the Google Keyword Planner, you can do it all day long, as much as you want, 24 hours a day, and it's free. It's really cool. So use this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make a note, roofing San Jose. So if I had a roofing company, a roofing website, I would put roofing San Jose as the number one, as my home page keyword, my number one target. That's the money term. That's where I'm going to make my most money, is by ranking for this. When somebody types roofing San Jose into Google and they live in San Jose, then that's what I want to come up for. Okay. All right. That's just one example. Let's do like the carpet cleaning. What was it? Concord, CA. Let's see what that comes up with. So right off the bat, we see carpet cleaning Concord, CA has 260 searches. That's pretty good. Let's see. I don't see a lot of other Concord type of keywords here in the suggestions. What if we flip this and put Concord, CA carpet cleaning instead of carpet cleaning Concord, CA? I'm just going to flip it. Now let's see what it says. So we had 260 here. Now we only get 20. 260 searches or 20 searches? What do you want to rank for? Okay, keep this stuff in mind. This is very important. Okay, what about Concord, CA carpet cleaner? What's Google say about that? When there's a little dash here, that means Google doesn't have enough data to show you. It doesn't mean that there's absolutely no searches for that, but that is that's what Google is going to say when they don't have enough data. So what if we switch it this way? So when we switch it, we get at least 40. But what we can see here is that most people type in carpet cleaning, not carpet cleaner. So I want my keyword to be all about carpet cleaning, not carpet cleaner. Okay, on my home page of my website. and we'll get into the where exactly we're going to put this stuff. Okay, one more example here. Let's do kitchen remodeling. Let's do Kansas City. I used to live there, and it's 1 million people, so it's a decent sized city, decent sized Midwest city. So 260 people. Can you imagine if you got, 10% of the people that searched that month in Kansas City for kitchen remodeling? That'd be 26 calls. If 10% of those, if you ranked at the top, and 10% of those people called you, that'd be 26 calls, and you close 5 out of 26. There's big money in kitchen remodeling. I mean, each job can be worth, $20,000 to $50,000, $80,000 sometimes, So that's something to keep in mind. And we can go through here and see if there's any other related. Home remodeling only gets 140. I would rather, so, kitchen remodeling so far gets the most. Bathroom remodeling gets 260 as well. So you want to target both of those, but pick which one. Probably make more with kitchen, so I would go with kitchen over bathroom. Still have a bathroom remodeling page on your website, so you can rank for that as well. Why not rank for both of them? Okay. Cabinets, 140. Kitchen design, nah. Anyway, you get the idea. Okay, you get the idea. Now you need to use this for your specific business. Type in all your different services, see which ones get the most searches, see which ones make you the most money, and then you'll make your decisions based on that. Okay, so that's the Google Keyword Planner. All right, so back to the site that we're actually going to be working on. Missoula Power Washing. So I'm in Missoula, Montana. We're doing a power washing company in this example. So let's log into the dashboard of WordPress. So when you're in your WordPress site, assuming you have a WordPress site, you'll see something similar to this. Like I said, this is not a web design class, so you will need to use your own platform for whatever platform you're using. I do have a WordPress web design course. If you want to build a website like this, that's cool. You have to take that course. But this is SEO. This is not web design. There is a little bit of overlap, so I want to make sure you understand that. All right, so first thing I want to do, make sure search engines are not discouraged. Let's click that. And now let's talk about keywords. Where are we going to place keywords here? So in my theme, I use the Genesis theme for WordPress, and like I said, I'm not going to get into what a theme is and all this stuff, but you need to find out, whatever platform you're using, where your SEO settings are. Okay, mine is under Genesis because that's the theme I use. And so what I did is I set it up so that the homepage will have the company name, which is Missoula Power Washing, and then I wanted to go for pressure washing services because I know that's that's searched more than any other service. Using the Google Keyword Planner is where I determined this. And so the document title, or in some cases it's going to be called the site title. Some people call it the meta title. There's different terms for this, but basically what it is when Google comes to your site, the first thing they look at is up here in this little tab at the top where it says pressure washing services / Missoula Power Washing. That's where I set that up. You need to figure out how to do that on your platform. If you're using WordPress with the Genesis theme, this is how you're going to do it. If you're using Squarespace, then you're going to have to figure out how to do it there. All of these platforms will allow for this, okay? And one thing I want to mention real quick, if you are using WordPress, then you may want to install the Yoast plugin. So if you go to plugins and add new, it's a free plugin, and you go to search for it, it's Yoast, so Y-O-A-S-T. It's called Yoast SEO. This plugin right here, Yoast SEO, this will allow you to do what I do with Genesis. So I don't need this plugin for my site because it's built into my theme, but a lot of times you'll have a WordPress theme that does not allow you to put site titles on all your different pages separately. Yoast SEO plugin will change that and allow you to do that, okay? And I talk about that more in the web design course as well. So if you really want to dig deep into that kind of stuff, then sign up for the web design course. All right. Now, so that's one place that we want to put it. That's the most important place that we want to put the keyword, is in the site title, or meta title, whatever you want to call it. Once again, that's this up here. That's what Google looks at first, okay? I want to go for pressure washing services, okay? And I want the word Missoula to be in there, because I want people that are in Missoula, Montana to be, you know, I want that to trigger for Google when they see it, that it's a Missoula site and it's for pressure washing, power washing services. Okay. So another thing I want to mention is your keywords can, I know you're going to go for a specific keyword, but as you put keywords throughout your site, you want to vary them up a little bit. If it's everything is the exact same keyword, like pressure washing services Missoula, if I just had that repeated over and over throughout the site in all the places I'm going to show you, that may look spammy. You may get away with it, but it may look spammy to Google. It's called over optimization. It's called keyword stuffing. There's different terms for it. You just want to be aware, and I'll show you how I did it here, that that you should mix it up a little bit. Okay, just don't be too rigid in how you place these keywords. There's no 100% exact do it this way and it will work type of system. Okay, there's you got to kind of mess with stuff, tweak it as you go along, and that's just the way SEO is. That's the way Google is. Okay, I wish I could make it all black and white, cut and dry for you, but that's not the way it works. All right, so we talked about the title, talked about using the Yoast plugin. Now, a big question people have is, what about the meta description and the meta keywords? So let's look and see what I'm talking about here. Let's go back into the dashboard. Let's go back to the SEO settings. And so you'll always see this, and you'll read all kinds of articles about SEO on the internet. You need to have stuff in your meta description. You need to have stuff in your meta keywords. I'm telling you right now that the meta title is not optional. That you have to have your keywords in there, okay? Or some close variation of them. The meta description is optional. If you don't put anything in there, Google will go and pick content out of your website and make a description for you, okay? And that's okay. Sometimes that's okay. If you want to force Google to put a description in, to the search results, then you will want to put something in here. But what you don't want to do is like repeat keywords and make it sound real, kind of just overusing keywords. You don't want to do that kind of stuff anymore. In the past, that worked. Not anymore. Google's too smart for that. It's too easy to get an over-optimization penalty, or a panda penalty from Google, as it's called. All right. Keywords. Look, it even says right here, keywords are generally ignored by search engines. So my theme even knows that, okay? But I still have people ask me all the time, like, why didn't you put keywords into my website, these meta keywords? That's why I'm not ranking yet, stuff like that. No, that has nothing to do with it, okay? Search engines don't care about this. It's been overused. It's been spammed to death. If you want to put one or two in there, fine. Just don't expect it to really help you with your rankings. But I never put keywords in there, meta keywords in there, because I don't want to chance an over-optimization penalty, all right? And I also leave my description, typically will leave the description blank unless I want to do some sort of call to action that I think is important for a specific keyword. But that's all about strategy. That's not about ranking, okay? So let Google pick your meta description. Don't worry about putting keywords in here, but do worry about putting the document title. Very, very important. Not important, not important. Okay, I hope that clears that up. All right. Now, where else do we want to put keywords? Okay, I like to put variations of keywords in the big bold text at the top of every page. So, welcome to Missoula pressure washing. Okay. Now you see, I put the word pressure here, and I put the word power. Or I'm sorry, I mixed it up. I put pressure washing services up in the title. That's my money keyword. But then I mix it up down here and put Missoula pressure washing. Okay, so similar, not the same. I want it to look more natural. And then the name of the company is Missoula Power Washing, so that mixes it up even more through the content. So the point is, though, you want to have some sort of keyword variation in in the big bold letters. Some people call them H1 tags, H2 tags, H tags, whatever you want to call them, but the big bold letters that are at the top of every page, okay? Now, you also, the least important thing when it comes to this is having it down here in the content. You can get away with not having it in the content. I've seen it happen a lot. But I like to throw little variations of stuff in here, and naturally you should have something show up that is a variation of your keyword anyway, of your service, okay? I got power washing services, power washing, Missoula power washing, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I don't overdo it, though. I don't stuff it with a bunch of exact keywords for SEO purposes. I just make sure that it sounds natural, sounds good to human beings. And usually when you do that in the content section, you're good to go. Okay. Now, another thing that people ask about a lot is alt tags. And I'll show you what that means. So whenever you have a picture on your website, you're allowed to associate an alternate tag or an alt tag. They're called different. It has different names. But basically, it's a little place where you can put keywords into actual pictures. So I do put it into pictures, and I'll show you. Let's go to like gutter cleaning page, and we go to edit this page. Keep in mind we're in WordPress, so it may look different for you if you don't have WordPress, but it'll be something similar. Okay, so I'm in the edit screen here. If I wanted to click on that and go edit this picture, you'll see here in the alternative text, I put gutter cleaning in there, okay? So that can help a little bit. There's a lot of debate on whether Google even looks at those anymore, but it doesn't hurt to put one keyword in one picture of the alternate text. It can be a keyword. It can be a variation of a keyword. It's originally set up for people that have visual disabilities, and they have some sort of reader on their computer that will allow their browser or the software to read to them what the picture is, like a description of the picture. That's what it's originally for, but some people believe that Google looks at that stuff. So we do it for our sites and our clients' sites. We do put alt tags in it just to be sure, just to make it's one more thing that if you have everything else in line, then that maybe will help, a little bit, a small percentage. So don't discount it. But it's not critical. Okay. So next thing I want to talk about is, the another important thing is to have a keyword or keyword variation is to have up in your sub pages, your different pages on your website, to make sure the URL or the web address up here has some sort of keyword in it. So let's use gutter cleaning as an example again. So you see how my URL has the words gutter cleaning in it as well. That's important for SEO too if I wanted to rank this page for gutter cleaning Missoula. Okay, so and the way that you do that in WordPress is you make sure that you go down to settings and permalinks. Okay, permalinks, and you want to make sure that you've got that was somehow switched back over, but anyway, this will be good. Now I can show you what you do. You click on post name down here. Just make sure that's selected. I don't want to get into the technical details of why you want to click that and this and that. Just post name will give you that URL that you're looking for, that for SEO reasons. So I'm going to click Save Changes. But once again, that's under Settings and Permalinks, and you want to select Post Name and click Save Changes. Okay, that's how you get your URL set up correctly for SEO. All right. One more thing I want to mention is schema. This is a fairly new thing, and I've talked about this in videos before if you've seen them, but schema is just a little chunk of code that you put onto your website, preferably in the footer of your website, to tell Google that your official business name, your official address, and your official phone number. So the stuff that you have in your Google My Business page, so let's go over to the Google My Business page. So I can show you, and I'll show you this being set up in another video. But for right now, I just want to So the official name of my business is registered with Google as Missoula Power Washing. And the address is in Missoula, Montana. I hid the street address, and I'll tell you why, because it's a residential address. I'll tell you why in a little bit. I have got the phone number that I registered with Google right here. Okay, so we want all that stuff to be consistent with the stuff that's on your website. So don't put a different phone number on your website that you have on your Google page here. Okay, and don't put, and we'll use schema to do this. I'm going to explain schema code here in just a sec. I want to make sure you understand that this stuff that you register in your Google My Business page, which we'll talk about in another video, is the stuff you want to be official on your website and everywhere else on the internet, all the directories. So if you start having, like I talked about in the 3 pillars of SEO, how consistency is important, this is exactly what I'm talking. This is a perfect example of having consistency. Having consistency with your Google My Business account, having consistency with your website, and then everything else as well. And so, and I'm going to be harping on this more and more, so just get ready. Anyway, I want to get some code. I don't want to be a code person. I don't expect you to be a code person, but I have a website that'll help you. So let's do schema code. I'm just doing a Google search here for local business. Okay, so there's different ways to generate this code for schema. Let's do the supple.com. Okay, so basically it looks like, and there's different ones. This is the one I'm going to use for this example, but you don't have to use this one. So basically you're going to put your you're going to put, and the reason we're doing this is so you don't have to write code. You don't have to write HTML code, all right? We're going to put the business name over here, the URL, description, no, we're not going to worry about that. We are going to do an address. Kind of. We're going to do the city and state in this example. And then it should pop in some code over here that we can just copy and paste. So we don't have to teach ourselves HTML programming. Okay. But you want to get this information from from your Google page. So let's go to the Missoula Power Washing Google page. There it is right there. So I want to copy and paste this information exact because we want it to match Google. We don't want to just type it in and do what we remember it to be. We want to do it exactly how we have it in our Google My Business page, which we'll get into later on how to set that up. And if this stuff isn't making sense, it will. Okay, just bear with me. Now, if you notice on my Google page here, I don't have an address. I have it hidden, a street address anyway, because when you have a residential address, you want it to be hidden, okay? And so you also, on your website, you don't want to put a street address, enter the schema code at least. You want it to match your Google My Business information. Let's get the phone number here. Put that in there. And the postal code 59803. We do want to put the city and state because the city and state is in our Google My Business account. That's spelled correctly. My postal code is right. My phone number is right. Double check all this stuff. You don't want to make a mistake. And so you see what it did over here is it took all this. It took this information here, matches my Google information here, and it gave me this code. Now, I don't want to learn how to type all this stuff out, so I use this little tool as a shortcut. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it into the footer of my website so that it down here, so it appears on every page. Okay. Now, in this case, I go to Genesis Simple Edits. I can't teach you how to edit the footer of your website unless you're using Genesis. Let's see. So in the footer output, you're going to need to do this. Figure out where the footer stuff is on your own platform. Like I said, this is not a web design course. So let's refresh my website here and make sure everything shows up. Yeah, okay, so it's got my business name, Missoula, Montana. Now, it looks just like text on the website, right? I just noticed a little error here. It should be Lolo, not logo. Okay. Okay. So, what we did is we put it into the footer, and the reason I put it in the footer is because the footer will show up on every page of my website. So if I go to client testimonials, which I don't have any yet because it's just a new business, you'll see it in the footer. It's got all this stuff too. But it appears as just normal text, but this is actually, it's actually got special code that communicates with Google and other search engines that says, hey, this is the official business name, city, state, zip, and telephone number. Okay, so it's very important that you have the schema code. It's called schema code, and it's an official way to say, hey Google, this is my official information for my business. Okay, so that's how I generated it using this supple.com.au tool. But the way I found this tool is I just went in and did a search for schema local generator for local business. So do a search for that. Use one of these generators. Use the one I just showed you if you like. Get the code into the footer of your website. Have your web designer put it into the footer of your website, whatever it takes. Get it in there. All right. So it shows up on every page of your website. Okay, let me see. Let me check my notes. Okay, so I'm doing this live and I'm doing this off the cuff because I want you guys to kind of see how I muddle through the website when I'm setting it up. It's not everything is just clear and concise and black and white. There's a lot of variations in the stuff. Like this website that I showed you with the schema code generator, the reason I'm not saying go to this website and use this is because this might change. Okay, there may be a better one that comes along by the time you see this video in a couple months from now or whatever. I want to get you guys in the mode of understanding that things change. Nothing's set in stone. Nothing's black and white. You got to muddle through stuff. You got to tweak it. You got to test it. But I'm giving you guys all the building blocks, all of the foundation you need to do SEO for your own business. So, that being said, in the next video, we're going to talk about setting up the Google My Business account. I'm going to be using this website, this business, as an example. I'm going to show you how to get it verified through the mail, and then I'm going to show you how to optimize your Google My Business account to be ready to rank. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to end this video, and I will see you in the next one.